Gentlemen, welcome to Center Stage, the sleaziness that is Zombie Decadence. Don't forget to tip your waitresses, mind the blood, and you know what time it is.
Horror, so bad and scary. Splitting up is never okay. Plot, who needs it? Don't turn on the lights. Cars don't ever start, but that's alright. Running upstairs instead of out the door. Good acting, what do we need that for? Horrible horror, so bad and scary. Enjoy the show.
What's up, Moongoons? We're back again. Horrible Horror Podcast coming to you into your eardrums. So it's me, Chris Samples, and Sarah Samples joining. No Marshall Hampton again. Out. But the big guy smiled.
He sure did.
He did smile, which was nice to
did.
see. So we had a little present be gifted to us by Eamon Hardiman and Missy Dawn of the Pork Chop trilogy and the Pig Girl series.
Hall of Famers, correct?
Hall of Famers, yeah. Horrible Horror Hall of Famers, yeah. And they were nice enough to gift the posters for Marshall, a Pork Chop 3D poster, and the Crawling Dead, which I guess is a web series or was their Zombie Babies movie. But yeah, Chris had the idea. It's like, man, Marshall's not feeling good. He's down in the dumps. Let's see if we can get someone to help him out. And we reached out to Eamon Hardiman and Missy Dawn, and they were nice enough to sign some posters, send them to us free.
Yeah, they're
Best
awesome.
indie filmmakers ever.
Ever.
I know.
So check out their stuff. They're actually pretty excited. They got Pork Chop 2 and Steve Death Collector streaming on Amazon now.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
So it's very cool. So now you can, Pork Chop 2 is Prime. So if you're a Prime member, you can watch it free. And if you want to watch the new release, Steve Death Collector, which I haven't seen yet, sorry guys, it's in my queue. It's in my queue. So that one's available for rental. So very, very cool. Very, very cool stuff.
Yeah.
That is cool.
Yeah. Also, some more housekeeping while we're at it. We will be at Contamination. November 4th and 5th at the Crown Plaza Hotel in St. Louis, Missouri, near the airport. We're going to be there setting up a booth. We did an interview already with Dave Dyer.
That was a fun interview to
Yeah.
listen to. I listened to that. That was good.
I'm glad. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was fun.
He sells it too. I mean,
He's got a passion. You can tell.
He really
Right.
does.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
he like really digs it. You can tell he's really into it. He's been doing he went away from it for a while. He's come back. He seems pretty pumped. So it should be cool. We'll be there. We'll be partying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to show up Sunday.
Yeah. I know you got something on Saturday going
sure
on,
do.
but yeah, definitely be there on.
A boatload.
Is it nautical themed? Perhaps?
Yes.
It is not, no. There's a sweet trivia night for Cub Scouts.
Oh, okay.
Which- Sounds way
It's that
cooler.
kind of
All right,
stuff.
I'm not plugging Cub Scouts right
Yeah,
now.
sorry. Thank you.
That's cool. That's cool.
All right, but yeah, so check it out. We'll be at Contamination. This is the last show before the con.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll be doing a live podcast there on Saturday and Sunday. Probably more of the meet and greets, hopefully with some of the celebrities there. If you want to get some more information about it, check out the interview on our podcast or on our website with Dave Dyer. So let's get into the movie.
Let's do that.
Woohoo.
This is one that Chris has kind of had in his wheelhouse here for a while.
Quite a while.
Yeah, you've been looking forward to this one.
Yeah, I stumbled across this probably while we were doing one of the other many full moon features that we've done.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, this is ridiculously awesome.
I was sold at the line during the trailer. It says like, "Death will make it rain,"
Yeah.
and I was like, "We have to watch this movie right now."
And what's the movie?
Zombie Decadence.
Zombie
There you go.
Decadence.
Also known as Zombies versus Strippers. It's
Yeah.
one of those multi-titled.
The two title
movies,
yeah.
yeah.
Because when I was looking it up on IMDb, I couldn't find it for a while. I couldn't
Right.
find it on
Yeah.
Wikipedia. I was like, what the fuck?
Right.
And I'm like, it's not Zombie or Strippers. And I started reading it, and I'm like, oh, shit. It's got two names.
Right.
It's one of those double name features.
Yeah.
That's so weird too, because the first Zombies versus Strippers and the poster release all make more sense.
Yeah.
Like Zombie Decadence. And that's
Zombie
like a
Decadence makes me think they're like at a posh
I
like
know.
restaurant, and it's like they're coming out with like gnocchi style, you know, with the cream sauce. Have some brains, you know.
What the hell?
How decadent! Pair this with a nice white wine, from '92.
I'm 92. It's a great year.
It was a great year.
Right.
Pairs well with the liver. So yeah, it's. I still like the title though.
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
cool title, but zombies or strippers makes way more
Right.
sense.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
feel like I could go either way with the title. It
Yeah.
didn't, you know.
It's like
I
Pride
think
and
both
Prejudice
worked.
for zombies, like, you know.
Right.
it's- yeah. Anyway, so we're watching Zombie Decadence. Sarah, tell us a little bit about who wrote, and starred, and directed. Because guess what, I forgot about that part.
All right, guys. So I'm like a super overachiever nerd, but I don't really know much. I kind of just went through the cast, and the thing about this cast is that most of them have done other full moon releases.
That seems like they're
A lot of Evil
yeah.
Bong,
Mhm.
a lot of Evil Bong versus
Ginger Dead Man.
Ginger Dead Man, and all of that. And so Alex Nicolau, it was his directorial debut actually working on this. But he also worked on like Trophy Heads, Evil Bong 420.
nice.
That's a gem.
I'm sure.
2017 Puppet Master, which we haven't watched, but I think we own now.
Mm.
And, maybe.
No, yeah, I
And
found a
then-
sweet DVD at the old Walmart's. It was like all 9 Puppet Master movies for $5.
For $5.
I know, that's-
I guess that
What?
blew my mind. I was
It's
like,
like
I have to.
less than 50 cents
Yes.
a movie.
Yes.
We watched the first one and we're like, anyway. So that's what I can find on him. And I guess I don't know. Do you want me to kind of go through some of the characters? I mean,
Well,
how
I
do you
mean,
want me
no, I mean,
I-
we'll get into them. We'll
Okay,
hit them.
yeah.
I'm guessing that they did a lot of full moon stuff. Anybody stand out?
yeah,
Actually,
I
the
mean,
guy that played Spider, his name is Circus Salwinski.
Yeah.
He was actually the crystal ball in Halloween Haunt.
No shit.
Yes.
The guy who was like,
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Oh, he was also in a movie called Throb It,
Throb it.
and he was Scrotum, and so there's like some kind of like
Is
So
this
like a
spoof
Hobbit
to Lord of the
spoof?
Rings.
Is it like a
Yeah.
porn?
I can't tell. See, there are some porn crossovers too with
Yeah.
this staff. I mean,
Well,
The girl that
considering
played
it's just
Jasmine-
titties everywhere in this
Yeah.
movie.
The girl that played Jasmine, like most of her credits are all like
Porn.
hardcore
Yeah.
lesbian porn.
lesbian porn.
Yeah.
What a good kid.
Right.
All right.
The chick that played Sugar Hill too, real quick. Her name is Eve Morrow.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
She was in a movie called Zombie. Okay.
Okay. I think I know where you're going with this.
Apparently, she is like trying to find her brother in this movie, who is a conspiracy theorist that believes that Osama bin Laden is still alive, even though he was buried at sea.
Oh my god.
So he goes to Afghanistan and gets caught up with some sort of like NATO military thing where it turns out his thing is true, that Osama bin Laden comes back from a watery grave as a zombie.
Oh God.
Oh,
Dude, that looks ridiculous.
I think that's in
So
our
you may
wheelhouse.
be,
Yeah.
you may be hearing from us on Zombie.
Oh, zombie.
But we're here talking about
Yes.
Zombie
Yes,
Decadence.
Let's do that.
We're going to go ahead and get on into the movie. We open up with Spider, our main guy. He's the owner of a strip club pulling into the Tough Titty,
Yes.
a
Tough
cheeky
Titty.
themed strip club.
I
Love
loved
the
it too.
name.
I know.
Love the
Is
name.
that in like an abandoned warehouse?
It's definitely in
It
an
looks
industrial
like it.
area.
I was like, where is the strip
And it's pretty
club?
funny because you can see the building and it's like got paintings on the side and all that stuff, but you can tell it's computer graphics just
Right.
like
oh my god.
superimposed on the
Yeah.
side of
Yeah.
it. But it still looks kind of cool.
Yeah,
They showed it for a little bit.
That was it.
That-
Like,
they-
during the day, they had like one daytime shot.
Yeah, yeah.
outside.
They used it well. But he pulls up and he's looking kind of down. He's listening to the radio K-Nuts, KNTZ.
KNTZ.
And on the radio they're talking about
The
how,
Nuts Network.
how people are going crazy and there's rioting in the streets and there's pandemonium out there.
Right. Which is the first warning.
That's
Yeah.
our
Something's
first
going down.
sign.
So
He totally
just
ignores
like
it.
every classic zombie movie,
Absolutely.
there's
Yeah.
always like the hint.
The
Uh-huh.
small
You know.
hints that people are, of course, ignoring.
Shit's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he goes on into the strip club. And he has a little back and forth with the bum, but it doesn't come to anything.
Yeah, it gets kind of like a false scare.
Yeah,
The bum kind of catches him on the shoulder and says, Spider, give me some money so I can come in.
Yeah,
and he says something like, they're eating people. They're
People
eating
are
each
so
other out
hungry.
here. Yeah.
They're eating each other.
Yeah.
So that's like the second warning that goes completely unnoticed.
Is that the same guy that plays Bobby the bartender?
I
Or
don't
are they
believe
both
so.
just in like really terrible wigs?
They
in this
sure
movie?
do look
Just-
similar. Yeah.
I mean, they both
I don't
have
think it is, but they
terrible
look
wigs.
pretty similar. So, but yeah, we don't come back to that bum
Yeah,
anymore.
it doesn't matter.
But we go in and we see Marvin the bouncer playing with a picture,
Oh
tickling
my
the titty of a picture, which is
God.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
So we meet. We kind of like it. He's this big, kind of like dopey guy. Spider's kind of, he's like, come on, man, get with it.
Right.
Watch the door.
Well, he immediately hits Spider up for a raise.
Yeah.
Spider's like, do you see
There's no
busloads of
business.
people coming in here?
And right off the bat, we know that there's nobody at the strip
No.
club. No one's coming in.
Nobody
Business is
cares.
bad.
Yeah.
You think it's recession-proof, right?
You would think so.
Maybe the economy's doing good.
Right. Well, maybe it's just their location.
Yeah.
I mean, location is everything.
Don't be in the middle of an industrial park.
Yeah,
That
right?
would be
Yeah.
the first step, yes.
So we're kind of getting that hint that business is super duper bad.
Yeah.
We go in and we meet two other characters: the bartender Bobby and Sugar Hills. Sugar
Oh,
Hills
God.
is the worst.
She is.
I don't fault. It's just that her voice is
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
ear splitting. We'll get into that later.
Yes, we will.
So
So much. To be
again, they're kind of talking about business and no one's there.
Well, Sugar's trying to get a drink for the bar.
Yeah, because she comes over, she steps off the stage because there's no one there,
Yeah.
and she's asking for a drink, and they're he's like, don't pour a drink. If you sell some dances, you can have a drink then. So, it's like the mood is bad.
Well, and there's two dudes in there though that
Yeah.
are like
They're
they
not doing
keep-
anything.
No, and they keep talking about him like they're asleep.
Mhm.
She's like, "Well, these two guys over here.
If I can't get a rise out of them, no
no
one can.
one can."
So of course he
Really?
blames it on the music. He's saying, "Oh,
Right.
it's the music," and the music starts
Which
skipping.
I have to agree.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The music just
The
keeps
music
playing over
sucks
and
in this
over
movie.
and over. So the music, he's like, God damn it, it's got to be the music because it's like the record skipped and it's just on a loop. It's,
Right.
it's tracking over. So then he goes up to the DJ booth and we meet DJ Burnt.
Yeah.
DJ Burnt, and dude, I think that DJ Burnt may be your long lost cousin or your doppelganger.
Me?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Like I think it's possible.
Maybe
All
if
right.
he cut all his hair, like, and maybe.
Not so much the look, but just the way he delivers his lines and stuff. Yeah, I think there's some DJ
Okay.
Burnt in
I
there.
did not pick that up.
Yeah.
Okay, well, no.
I did enjoy DJ Burnt.
Yeah, DJ
But
Burnt was
not
okay.
His, not his music.
So we meet DJ Burnt, who's stoned out, smoking a blunt, smoking a joint. Spider comes up, slaps it out of his hands. He's like, man, what? He's like basically saying, you're fired. I'm sick of this. You're playing music on record players. Use an MP3 player. It doesn't skip. DJ Burnt weasels his way back into his heart. He's like, man, I want to play some kicking jams. Don't worry. I'm going to get it going.
on.
Don't worry, man. And he's able to charm him back into one more chance.
It's a great back and forth about vinyl versus digital, and
Yeah.
he's like, I don't want your shitty digital jams in here. Like,
He's like,
it's all terrible. It doesn't matter. I don't know.
it's pretty funny, yeah, because they do have like a back and forth between vinyl and digital. And I guess, yes, technically,
Yeah.
vinyl is the better quality
Watch your
sound.
step, Aaron.
Oh,
Watch your step.
is this this is what it is, right?
No, go ahead.
Don't they say that vinyl has like the actual sound wave movement? That's
Yes.
why it sounds better.
I'm very, very much a vinyl guy.
I
But I like buying records now because I can get, so I go both ways. Because
Yeah.
then you can get the digital download. You know what I'm saying? I could take my record out on the road, but I do like having the vinyl.
I know
do-
you are a
like
record
the
guy.
classics.
Yeah. Both you guys have a pretty good collection.
Not going to lie.
So here we go. We got DJ Burnt. He's saying, I'm going to bring back the vibe. Kicks out the jams, and it's the same goddamn music we've been listening to.
And it's all like,
It's like
like wipeout type, like that.
Beach rockabilly.
Beach rock,
guitar.
yeah. Like tiki
It's
rock, yeah.
Right.
terrible.
Oh, yeah, it sucks.
Oh,
There's a reason it's not around anymore.
no, yeah.
So he plays that out, and out on the stage comes Bambi.
Bambi.
Bambi to stage one, and she has a schoolgirl outfit, and her little routine I was enjoying.
wasn't bad.
Yes. She
Wasn't
drops
bad.
her books. Oops.
Turns around, bends over, short skirt, butt in the air, good stuff.
Uh-huh.
But she's dancing for two completely zoned out customers
They
Yes.
don't
who
look very
aren't
healthy.
doing. They have their eyes closed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't look very good.
They don't look. They're like pale, eyes closed, hunched over. Huh. You know, something's going on.
making,
But she
sounds.
starts wiggling her ass enough that it does start to bring life into them.
Yeah, the old boy's coming around.
Yeah. So the quote unquote customers are looking up, going, hands outstretched.
She's like, it's a start.
Yeah.
But in that, were you gonna
No,
go
go
on? In like right after that happens, one guy reaches out for her, and the other guy eats his hand.
I like
and
the
she
sound
has-
effects there.
Thank
That was
you.
nice.
Yeah.
She has such a nonchalant reaction to that happening.
Yeah.
It's like,
That's not good.
that's not. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
he just ate his hand.
The zombies
Ate
are
the
reaching
fingers
out.
off, there's like blood spurting all over.
And,
the,
and he's as he's reaching out for boobs, the other guy looks over, grabs his hand, and
just
again,
starts-
what was the sound? Right off. Bites his hands right off, blood squirting in his face, and now they're just like, "Oh, jeez, let's get him out of here." I'd be a little more freaked
a
out.
little bit. You think?
Like, holy shit!
Yeah.
They just seem more like annoyed.
Yeah.
Ow.
Like,
It looked
get
like
him
he ate-
up.
It looked like he was eating hot dogs.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Even-
Yeah, that was another thing. Like when he took the bite, you know, he took a bite of his fingers. Okay, yeah, but he had, like when they panned over, he has like a mouthful of just meat. It's really gross.
Like
When-
fake blood just
Yeah,
poured out
just
everywhere.
pouring out.
Mini hot dog.
Yeah, it was looked like mini hot dogs basically. So the bouncer comes over with Spider. They grab the two zombies and easily just throw them out like
Right.
they're
Uh-huh.
moldy bag of tangerines. You know, I mean, they're just like, get out of here.
Get outta
They
here,
throw them out with
guys.
like no problem.
No,
Right.
not at all.
None. So that was pretty funny. I kind of like that. The zombies, get thrown out. Marvin's like, stay out of here. And they're turning around going, trying to get back in. He's like, yo, should have been more polite. Closes the door on him.
Right.
Then we go over to Spider. He's back in the office. And he's looking at he's going over his records, going over his sheets. Turns on the he turns on the TV.
Well, we found out, he's like $5,000 in the hole.
Yeah, he's $5,000 in the
Yeah.
hole, and
So
he's debating on whether or not he should sell or not. He
So
turns
he's like, what would Hambo do?
yeah, what would Hambo do? And we're gonna
Ugh.
then he turns on the TV to watch Hambo.
Yes.
Hambo is the most terrifying thing in this movie.
I agree.
Yeah, so Hambo is a redneck in overalls with two different. He looks like a rodeo clown, kind
Yeah.
of.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has a rodeo clown look with a pig nose
Pig
Yes.
nose.
on his face.
It's kind of clown-like, kind of pig-like.
Kind of terrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah,
uh-huh.
and he's this. I guess he's supposed to like be a bozo type character.
Yeah,
It's like
apparently
a
it's supposed to be
kids'
like children's
entertainment
television.
show.
Yeah, and he's fucking terrifying.
And
Yes.
there are children on this show, and he is like talking about.
He's berating them.
He's berating the children, and he's talking about like kids in the streets being on drugs and putting kids in prison. Oh,
Yeah, he's
God,
like a-
Walking around with their snotty noses and their.
He's like a
Yeah.
crazy right-winging
Oh,
kind of, like like
hardcore.
punishment.
Is he
Yeah.
drunk? What is
I don't
going
know,
on?
but
Yeah,
he says
and then they
something
start
about-
smacking
Yeah.
eggs on him.
Well,
he
he says.
says-
You
No, you go ahead.
says-
'cause yeah.
we should execute them.
Yeah.
Yeah. What should we do? with them?
Execute them. So start smashing eggs at
Oh,
these
these
kids' heads and
kids.
shit.
It's so
Uh-huh.
weird.
But according to Spider, Hambone is the Buster Keaton of our generation. So
Yeah,
we
well,
have that going for
Buster
him,
That's
I guess.
Keaton.
that Hambo is terrifying.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah, he's terrible. And why does Spider, as a grown man, love him so much? We did kind of say Sugar Hills kind of gave him some shit.
Yeah,
about that
yeah.
earlier,
He's basically looks beyond the children's show and sees it as art.
Right.
Yeah, I think he refers to it as art.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's so bad. So the TV cuts out while he's watching Hambo. Thank God.
Yes.
He's flipping through the channels.
Like all the channels are out
they're
except
all-
for, like,
and he
the
comes
one.
across one where it's breaking news and
Yeah.
talking about riots in the street. And so again, we get
Right.
Okay, we got it.
Another teaser. Yeah.
We got it, guys.
Obviously, none of them.
we
got
all
though.
got it?
Yeah.
We got it.
But he ain't getting
Yeah,
it.
he's not getting it.
He's like, what? Oh.
So he's
I
like,
hope that I would be a little bit faster during an apocalyptic type situation.
I
like
would
I
hope
think
I would
so.
pick up on it. Yeah.
I think I'd be like, this seems familiar.
I've seen enough zombie movies.
I
Yeah.
gotta go.
I think we're all pretty much primed and ready for that to happen.
Right.
You know,
My
I think we
survival
kind
pack.
of jumped the gun a little bit too.
Yeah.
You just like hunker down with a gun.
Right.
It's like it's just storming outside,
Yeah.
Sarah.
I think it's zombies. I think it's the zombies.
But he sees the writing's on the wall. Help, the city's going to shit. He's just
Yeah.
like, you know what? There's a time opportunity to sell the place. I'm gonna sell it. He makes a
Right.
phone call. He says, "Is the deal still on? Okay, deal's good. I'll sign the papers." He comes out and he hears some racket.
Mm.
And this is where we see. Is this where Vanilla comes up?
Well, this is the point where Marvin comes back in, like
Oh.
the bouncer, the guy that's supposed to be keeping the assholes out and like running the place. Like he can't. He's incompetent.
Yeah.
This dude could not bounce for shit.
Here's a
Boss, these guys won't leave. What am I supposed to do? Why don't you get out there and kick him in the fucking head or something?
Well, guess who did kick him in the fucking
yeah,
head?
Vanilla.
We meet Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Vanilla, our black stripper,
Mhm.
who kind of looks like a Foxy Brown kind of
Absolutely.
Yeah.
kind of thing, big afro, and she beats the shit out of the two
Yeah.
zombies that were out there
Right.
prior to coming in. And so we meet here, and she's pretty badass. I like that.
Agreed. And as they're walking back in, Spider says to Marvin, "You're supposed to protect the girls from the customers, not the other way around."
Right. That was a pretty good line.
Yeah.
I like that. So he gathers everyone together, and he says, "Hey, I'm selling the place. It's our
Yeah.
last night. Let's just party." Marvin's all pumped because he's like, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna,
Finally,
I'm gonna be a customer now."
Marvin's
Right.
like, I have $1,000.
He's got $1,000 he's gonna blow on strippers.
I'm gonna be the best customer this place has ever had.
right.
So
Sugar Hill's all excited. She's like, "I'm gonna drink this titty dry."
yeah,
Yeah,
I
she
did
said
like that
that's a
line.
good
I did
line.
like that line. So they're all getting ready to party. They're all getting ready to have drinks. They're just about ready to go. And in walks Spike.
Mm-hmm.
Here comes a
Oh,
guy in a punk.
Spike.
He's a punk rock. He's in a punk rock band who's playing down the street in a band called Nancy Reagan's Vagina,
Nancy
Yes.
Reagan's vagina.
which is pretty funny.
Is-
I thought so
And
too.
he said that people were moshing, going crazy, started to
Yeah.
eat each other, bite each other, and while all this distraction was going on, he
Total
raided
fucking chaos.
he raided the cash register and he brought out $16,000.
Must have been a good night.
Yeah,
I
no
know,
shit, dude. how could you cram that into a register?
That's a
I don't
good
know.
question.
It had to be all hundreds.
Right.
Anyway, so the stripper's like, "Fuck yeah!" Spider's
And even
pumped because
Spider's
he's
like, yeah.
$5,000 in the
Oh, yeah.
hole, and in comes $16,000
Right.
ready to blow it. So they're like, "Hey, we're open for business. Girls, get to
Everybody's
get to working."
pumped, but Marvin.
Everyone's
Oh,
pumped except for the
Marvin.
guys, except for Marvin and DJ Bird.
Right.
They're just like, "God damn it," which is pretty funny.
thought
Marvin
so.
becomes a whiny asshole.
Yeah, he's
though.
just like,
Oh,
"It's
God.
supposed to be my night. I mean, our night."
Yeah,
He
yeah.
keeps saying it's my night, but then corrects himself.
Right.
Punk is gonna puke on our party. Blah blah blah. Oh god.
Yeah, so they go to
gonna get
business,
bitten.
and Spider reminds them, "Hey, this can save our jobs. This can save
Yeah.
everything. So let's
Right.
treat this guy like a king, milk him for everything he's got, and we'll be able to carry on." So they're hit the music, crank it up.
Mm-hmm.
Strippers are doing their stripper things,
Right.
and the music is so loud. We pan to the outside and we see zombies walking by, and they can hear the
Attracting the
music
zombies.
coming out of the tough titty,
Right.
and so they start getting attracted to the music. So
They
they're
start banging on the doors,
Banging on the
attracting
door.
more zombies.
Yep. So there we go. So
Spike is just chugging liquor, by the way, out of a bottle. He's just like sitting on the side of the stage chugging. I guess they say
Yeah.
his second,
It's
fifth,
second, fifth, yeah.
fifth or something, and like just throwing dollars like in a crazy way at Vanilla.
like he's never been to a strip club.
yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Doesn't know
Right.
how to behave.
Put a little cream in that coffee. Poor Vanilla.
Damn.
That's what they say. I'm just
I
repeating
must have
what
missed
they
that. That
say.
was
yeah.
awesome.
I missed that one.
That's a
too.
good one.
Yeah.
Go Spike.
DJ Burnt. He knows what's up.
So like we said, the zombies are attracted to the
Yeah.
place. They're banging on the door. They're making noise. Marvin goes over to be like, "What the hell?" And as soon as he opens the door, zombies come rushing in. There's about
Ah.
5 or 6 of them. I don't know, maybe
Right.
3. But
Why isn't the door locked? Like, if they were going to have a private party and all this shit was going to go down, I'm going to say this 5,000 times. Why did they not lock the door at any point?
yeah, at any point, yeah, except for like the very end.
And not even
even
really
then.
there.
Not even then, yeah. Sarah's like doing
So-
fisticuffs
I'm so
over here.
mad. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, okay.
So Marvin lets in, like, he just thinks they're customers. He opens
Yeah.
up the door, and then they come rushing in, and they're going, "Urgh," they're out for people.
Mm-hmm.
And then the staff basically starts fighting them.
Fight begins.
Yeah,
like,
but it's
all of a
like
sudden.
fist fights because again they think they're just people.
Yeah.
So they're beating up. They knock out one of the zombies with a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
They hit another one with a pool cue, and then Spider's getting confronted, getting cornered. Marvin comes in to try and help, throws a punch, but as he throws a punch, like a dog catches a frisbee,
Yes.
this zombie caught Marvin's hand in mid punch
thought that was
in his
awesome.
teeth.
That was funny.
He is a really terrible bouncer.
He's the worst.
I mean,
He's the
honestly,
worst
if he
bouncer.
can't even
Fucking
land a
worst.
punch,
He even
he
punched
can't
out
even
a
punch
zombie.
guy. What?
So we get Marvin gets bit. He screams.
like a bitch, but I guess a
Yeah,
zombie
I
bite
mean,
would really hurt.
I guess that would
I
hurt.
shouldn't judge him for that.
Yeah. So they knock out the other zombie, and it's funny because they knock him out.
Right.
Like none of these zombies
He's
get
a zombie.
killed.
Pretty sure that doesn't work that way.
Right. So
I've never met a zombie, but
right. Yeah. It's like they beat up zombies.
Right.
And the zombies like, ugh. They're not dead.
No.
They're just going, oh. They're like complaining that they got beat up.
that's a good point. How the
It's
fuck
so
does that
weird.
work?
It doesn't make any sense. Zombies like take gunshots, get cut in half, keep coming.
They just
Not
keep
these
coming.
guys.
No.
No.
How is that fucking?
They just get roughed up.
Oh my god,
Just like annoying people.
that's the worst.
Well, I was gonna ask you guys because I don't watch a lot of zombie movies or any zombie anything because zombies truly scare me. I mean, like,
Yeah.
But so did you guys feel like the zombie makeup this is our first chance to like really see a wave of zombies? How did you feel like their makeup and everything was?
I didn't feel like the makeup was horrible.
It wasn't horrible, but it
wasn't
wasn't
horrible.
good.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. And so of course there's the fresh zombie is going to look much more human
Right.
as opposed to one that's been out in the sun for 2 months and rotting away.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they looked fine.
Pretty normal.
Yeah,
Okay.
they were okay.
I couldn't
It
really
was dark
gauge
enough. The set or whatever was
Yeah.
dark enough to where it didn't really.
The one gets his eye knocked out. That isn't too bad.
Yeah,
Like,
that was a decent effect.
but
Yeah.
again,
Yeah, I kind of like that one actually.
So they throw the zombies out. Marvin's bitching about his hand. He's hurt. So they're like, okay,
The
let's
crying
just
continues.
oh my god.
There's a lot of talk. And
Yeah.
there's a lot of talk.
there's
Like
so
A lot
something
of
about
talk.
this movie in general is that there's a lot of talk between scenes. There's a lot that they cram in.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a short movie. It's an hour and 14 minutes.
Yeah.
And 14 of those minutes are probably credits because the credits
Right.
go forever.
Yes.
In the
They
front and the
do.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this movie's about an hour long, give or take a few minutes. I mean,
and
honestly,
probably about 30 minutes of like talking and like
yeah, it's
crying.
and
Most of it is not needed.
packs so much in.
Yeah.
It's not worth unpacking.
No.
So we're gonna cut to the next
Yeah.
guy who comes in
because 90% of it is Spider like.
talking about selling the
Should I
club.
sell
Yeah.
the place? Should I not sell the place? I
Yeah.
love you, Sugar. Sugar, do you love me? You
Yeah.
know, it's like shut the fuck
It
up.
just keeps going.
yeah.
The only thing I want to say is that at this point, Spike does have some like great lines where he like talks about his band wedding. He's like, the band and the drummer, they're gonna show up and like they're bringing lethal acid and like all this shit. Like he is an extreme dude, obviously.
Yeah,
So
he is pretty extreme.
there are some like Bobby picks up that eyeball, but yeah, it doesn't really.
Yeah, it's just
They do say something about nobody else is getting in here.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Does anybody lock the door?
Well, because we get introduced to our next character, Richard, because he just walks in
As soon as Spider's like, no one else is getting in.
and he's like, "Hey guys,
Yeah.
just comes on
Douchebag.
in. Are you guys open?" You know? He comes in. He says the highway shut down. He can't get anywhere. This is the only place that was open that was close to him. Things
I'm
are
cut
going.
off from the ball and chain, so I figure I might as well
He's
enjoy
a-
myself
he
or
is
some shit
sleazy.
like that.
He's a
yeah.
total sleazeball.
It's like the
douche.
yuppie,
Yeah.
douchebag.
So he pays his way in, $300 admission for a private party, and he's has no problem with that. So he goes on in. He's throwing money around,
Yeah.
and we get a strip tease from Jasmine, the stripper, and it's nice.
Yeah.
DJ Blunt says, Jasmine, get your spice rack down to the stage.
Yeah. Right when Marvin's like trying to like, come on, baby, let's just get out of
Yeah.
here.
Let's
She's
get
like,
outta here.
oh, Jasmine, you're up. Oh, I'm sorry, Marvin. I
It's
gotta
my
go.
dance,
I gotta-
baby.
Poor Marvin.
A stripper's life. Strippering comes
Yeah.
first.
What do you do?
Yeah. So So again, we have so she's stripping, he's throwing money around. They're, he says something stupid to the effect of, "I have a wild side too." You know what they used to call me in college? Ramboner.
Ramboner.
And as soon as he says, "You know what they used to call me in my frat days?"
Yeah.
Vanilla immediately is like, "Oh Jesus."
Oh
Christ."
no. Well,
He keeps like smacking her ass, and she's like, "I told you better quit knocking down." Quit
I'm
doing
gonna,
that shit.
if you want some of these Jimmy Chew up your ass.
And he's like, "You promise?"
I watched this movie too many times.
You guys have. You guys are like going almost line for line on this one.
When we first found this movie, we were like, "Oh my god!" So we watched it,
Yeah.
and then I think we watched it again, and then we watched it in preparation for this. Movie.
Yeah, I
Too
probably
much.
watched it at least
Too
4 or
much.
5 times.
Yikes.
It was
Whatever.
cooler at first.
It got rough. It got rougher.
Sorry, I digress.
So again,
Anyway.
we're having another fucking dilemma with Spider deciding whether or not he's going to sell the
Oh
joint.
my
It's so
God.
fucking annoying. He's in the office talking with Sugar Hill about, whether or
And
not
there's
he
like
sells.
a terrible back and
Oh.
forth between
It's
them
really
two. Like,
bad.
goddamn.
But thank God that gets interrupted because we hear some gunshots and in come 3 fucking burly ass bikers.
Oh wait. Before that, he goes to grab the remote while they're talking, and she's like, "Don't you fucking
Don't
do it."
you fucking do it.
What would Hambo do? He turns on the TV, and we see Hambo
Oh,
getting like
that's right.
eaten by all these little kids, which I thought was fucking
Does that
awesome.
happen then?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, yeah, because I have that. I completely forgot about that part, but yeah, you're right. So they're in the office talking. He turns on the TV. We see Hambo
No.
being eaten up.
That happens later. They're in the office together twice. No, 3 times.
Yeah. Anyway, but this
Anyway,
is
it doesn't matter.
This is
It
where the
doesn't
bikers
matter.
show up, though.
The bikers do show up, and they're important.
This is where the bikers come in, and we hear gunshots.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay.
We hear gunshots.
Sorry.
In come the
It doesn't
bikers,
matter.
and they're like barricade the door, get the door closed. Obviously, people are still waltzing in and
Right.
out whenever they
I
want.
know.
Well, and here comes my favorite character, though.
Yeah, I like them, and we meet the 3 different bikers. We meet Red Wings, Rudy, and Goon.
Goon.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Red Wings is the leader of the group,
Yes.
and he speaks like with poetic prose.
Yes, he
Absolutely.
does.
The way I like Red Wings.
I
I
do.
like
Me
the
too.
way he speaks. I like his style, his delivery. It's almost
Shakespearean, sort
right,
of. Like,
reverent
not
in a
yes,
way.
Yes.
Very
like,
reverent.
Yeah, he's got religious little overtones to what he has to say. But he's just this giant, ripped, like old man biker.
Yeah.
Kind of
Yeah.
reminds me of a.
Looks like he
Like-
should have been in Commando or something.
He kind of reminds me of like a mix between Kurt Russell and Ron Perlman.
That's
Some
a
sense
good.
of it.
That's
Wow.
a really
You
good
know,
description.
I was like, man, he's kind
Hold
of
on,
like
babe.
cheesy.
Don't talk too much about Kurt Russell with Aaron in the room because he may get a little boner.
Oh, I do love Kurt Russell.
It's true.
I won't take us off. I won't take us off, but I do love Kurt Russell.
Oh, yeah. I was at a party.
Anyway.
Yeah, at the party last night. I saw a snake Plissken, and I kept talking to him, and I think I was creeping him out. I'm like, man, that's a really good snake Plissken, man. I love Kurt Russell. And he's like, what the fuck? Who the fuck's this guy?
He's like, this is not who I wanted to attract with this costume.
I need to leave. You're right. I have a weird Kurt Russell thing.
That's all
all
good.
right.
Anyway, so they come in and they say, "Hey, they basically said the zombie apocalypse is happening. This is real.
Yeah.
Something's
Spider's
getting
like,
really bad.
"Get out of here! I'll
Yeah.
call the cops."
Yeah.
And Rudy, we forgot to mention, has like a voice
Voice
box.
box.
Voice
which-
box.
So there's no police. There's no
He's like,
cops.
There are no cops.
There's no cops. No police. There's no. He finally breaks it down. This is the Armageddon.
Yeah.
This is
Yes, this is
apocalypse.
it.
This is it.
Right.
This is the end of days.
Right.
We're gonna hunker down in here and make it through the night. And there's a little tension between the group. They're talking. There's a little bit of tension between the group, but then it doesn't matter because more zombies come
more
breaking.
zombie-
They
yeah.
never close the door.
Never.
No.
I know Sarah already went on it, but yeah, I'm kind of catching up to you
No.
now here, Sarah.
No.
They
don't.
never close the door because in come more zombies.
Well, and they also waste some ammo. Like before, aren't some Bobby shoots the shotgun before.
Yeah, there's like a
I'm
little-
gonna say-
there's
all
a
that, like I said,
Mexican
that-
There's kind of a
Standoff.
Mexican
The
standoff.
Yeah.
proverbial Mexican standoff, as
Yes.
Red Wings puts it.
Yes.
And so basically the bikers are trying to take over.
Mhm.
You know, Spider's like, "Fuck you, this is my place."
Right.
So they have like a little back and forth, but like you said,
And
it
then
doesn't
zombies-
matter because
It
the
don't even
zombies
matter.
come in.
Zombies come crashing in. It's
It's
Spike's band.
bonkers.
Spike's band is
Yeah.
because he's like,
Finally
oh, the
shows up.
band's here, all
Right.
right.
Finally, the band's here.
So Red Wings takes a shot, takes one of the band members out. Spike gets upset because he's obviously not understanding what's happening. Knocks
You
the
just
gun.
brained my bases.
Yeah.
Well, that's because he
knocks-
was fucking Bambi in the
knocks-
back room.
yeah, that's right, he
and
was.
So he got confused.
And he
knocks-
fucks Bambi the entire time,
Yeah, they
Which
just-
which is awesome.
Good for
which
him.
is-
Yeah. Knocks the gun out of his hand. Red Wings is like, motherfucker. So they're fighting all the zombies by hand.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of stuff that goes on. So I'm just going to try and
Okay,
break
yeah.
it down here. So the bartender Bobby and Sugar Hill are fighting some zombies behind the bar.
Yes.
They stick one of their hands in the blender, which is
Right.
kind of
Blend it.
it's not a bad effect.
That's
It's
a
kind of
good
cool.
one.
Then we have DJ Burnt. He gets chased up into the DJ booth where he
that's a good
tries to soothe the savage zombie
Uh-huh.
with a joint,
With a big
blowing
doobie.
weed smoke into her face.
He's like, here, doobie. Oh, he's
and
like,
she
offering
starts to
it
kind of.
her.
It looks like she's kind of coming around like, but then she
Oh.
goes in to take a hit, and of course eats his fucking
course,
hand.
Bites
yes.
his hand off.
Bites his hands.
Like, why would you run to the DJ booth?
So
There's nowhere to run from
So
there.
stupid.
It's kind of, I mean, it's kind of
kinda
weak.
chaos.
I mean, it's
Yeah,
cool,
it's-
but that's kind of.
There's a lot of stuff going on. So Bambi's screaming. She's getting cornered by some
Oh,
of
yeah.
the zombies. Goon runs over to help. He takes out a few zombies. In the chaos, her shirt gets ripped off, and he just
Stops
completely
everything.
stops
Oh
fighting
my
off zombies,
God.
which are all over the place. Looks at her tits and goes, "All right!"
Yeah.
He's just like so pumped,
Yeah.
so pumped in the middle of the heat of battle.
Yeah.
He can't focus on anything but those titties.
His
Uh-huh.
face is awesome. His face, he's just like,
This guy looks
"Oh."
great. He's got to be like in his like late 40s. He's jacked.
Right.
He looks like a dwarf. Like he's just like ripped. Like
No neck.
yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just freaking out about boobs.
Oh.
In the chaos, while he's distracted, a zombie comes up, bites him on the back of his neck,
Oh.
splashing blood all over the naked
Uh-huh.
Bambi,
Yeah,
which is
I-
pretty funny. He goes down.
Oh, Bobby dies in that too, but it doesn't matter because it's super weak.
Yeah,
Bobby, the
yeah,
bartender
yeah.
dies.
Yeah,
He
so
goes down and starts getting eaten or something.
yeah, they don't really show it that much either.
No.
Like he gets
And Sugar's screaming, and
yeah, because it's
Spider comes, or Spike and Spider. That's
Yeah.
fucking me
It's
up.
hard, yeah.
Spider comes over with like a pool cue and like runs it through this bitch's head that's like trying to get Sugar.
Mm-hmm.
and-
cool. I kind of like that effect
yeah,
too.
I did
That's
too.
a good
I
effect.
thought that one worked.
Yeah, pool cue through the head. Red Wing grabs his gun, shoots off a few more zombies. Looks like the zombies are all down.
Right.
But it looks like we lost DJ Burnt, Bobby, and Goon. He comes up to Goon saying, Does anybody get
Who
bit?
got bit?
And they're like, he did. He's like, yeah, I got bit.
Oh man.
And so while Goon's lying there bleeding out, he just kind of they nod at each other. Red Wing shoots him
Takes
dead.
him out.
Right.
Takes him out.
And
he
has-
puts
he
him
has
out of
this-
his misery.
He has this whole line afterwards. He's like, "Did you not understand?
Yeah.
One single
Yeah, right.
bite." Like
Yeah.
he's like the only
Has
person
anything I
that knows.
said been a lie?
Yeah. Nobody else.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like, what's happening?
He's probably the best one.
Oh yeah.
Him and Vanilla. I
Red
think
Wing.
are my
Yeah.
Yeah,
favorite.
Red Wing
Yeah.
and Vanilla.
Red-
are awesome.
Yeah, who they kind of have a little thing.
Uh-huh.
I know, right?
Uh-huh.
It's pretty
That
good.
happens.
So the music's still playing, and they're like, "I thought we were gonna turn off the music." And we find DJ Blunt zombified coming out of the DJ booth. He tackles Spider down the ground. They can't get a clean shot
So
off.
weak.
And here comes Vanilla out on stage, pulls off one of her Jimmy Choos, and says, "This is your brain on drugs, motherfucker." throws her shoe, which goes into his head.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was like the perfect toss.
I know, it's so ridiculous.
And Red Wing is like uber impressed.
Yeah.
He's like, hey.
He's totally into it.
Uh-huh.
Ugh. So I kind of went light on my notes here at this moment. So we then
It's
They
so
decide they're
intense
gonna-
at this
yeah.
point.
So
They
we-
decide they're gonna barricade the door.
they're gonna
Yeah.
barricade the door, but Ram Boner, Richard, and the guy with the voice box all of a sudden
Yeah.
decides to ditch.
Rudy, yeah.
Rudy
Yeah.
decides to ditch Red
Rudy's
Wings, and he's
like-
like, "I'm gonna make a run for it."
He's like, I seen what you did to Goon. That wasn't right.
Yeah, he doesn't agree with what happened to Goon, even though.
Obviously, he was
wouldn't
gonna
he?
turn.
Yeah.
you know?
Right.
So
Why the douchebag says this meth head robot's right. We got to get out of here.
I do like that.
I'll take my chances on the road.
Yes. So they're like, okay, guys, last chance. If you want to stay, you can stay. Once you go out that door, we're barricading the door.
Yeah.
And they're just like, fuck you, we're out of here. So they run out. As soon as they run out, and again, Rudy is jacked.
Yeah.
He's a
Oh, God,
huge
yeah.
dude.
Right.
He hits one zombie, and then he's just
The whole
overwhelmed.
thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just
And
done.
Richard's like, fuck, what'd I do?
Yeah,
You know?
it's like overwhelmed. Richard sees Rudy getting pulled to pieces.
Oh, yeah.
Blood flying everywhere. He goes, I changed my mind. Trying to get back in. He goes, come on, let me in. Have a heart. And after that line, a zombie rips through his back and pulls out his heart, which is still going boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
That was pretty satisfying.
Did you
but
notice what they were like
stupid.
barricading the door with too?
Like
It
boxes,
wasn't like- it wasn't
cardboard
like-
boxes.
Yes.
Yes.
It wasn't like part of the bar. It wasn't like something
No.
sturdy. No. It's just like tiki furniture.
Yeah, which is the worst furniture.
And fucking boxes. Empty boxes. Like,
They
Jesus
have a
Christ.
stripper pole in there. I mean, there's like.
And what's real fucked up is the door opens out.
You're right. You're right.
The fucking door opens out.
That sound would be Chris banging his fist on
Yeah.
the table.
Sorry.
That's funny.
But I agree.
That's
And
funny.
did they lock the door at this point too? Like,
Yeah,
is
I
one
don't
of
know
the
why you don't
doors
just turn
locked?
around and put the lock in the door.
Just no one owned keys to this building.
We're going to talk about this forever.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. But this is the
Oh.
point where we find out how Red Wings got his name, which
Oh.
Sarah was like blown away. After
Well-
we watched this, like, no, don't we?
Well, yeah, but
it's
it
coming
jumps
up.
back and
Okay.
forth
Yeah,
between like
again, it's
a couple scenes here. That
yeah. So it's
Alright, carry
jumping
on.
back and forth. It jumps back to Marvin.
yeah, because now Marvin.
Marvin's in the back room, I guess, where the
is it
strippers
the
get changed.
eruption room?
The eruption room. Yes, I forgot the eruption room. It's pretty bitchin'.
It's bitchin'. Yeah, I don't remember what she's.
So they're in the
Eruption
eruption
room.
room where he's, turning paler and
Wow,
paler. He's
he's
starting to
falling
sweat.
apart.
He's
He
freaking
is.
out about his hand. And Jasmine, the only way she knows how to soothe him is by giving him a lap dance.
He's like, I can't even feel my junk.
yeah.
She's like, well, maybe I can try to bring it back to life
Yeah,
for
I'll
you or
bring
some
it
shit.
back.
So
That's
she's
so
just basically
nice.
just grinding on him while he's dying.
Yeah.
He's not into it. He's just staring off into space like, I can't see. I can't
Yeah.
see anything anymore. He's fucking dying. And she's just
like-
like, yeah, baby.
The light's coming closer. And she's like, that's all right, baby, come, go ahead. I'm like, God damn, bitch,
Yeah,
you're
I know.
fucking
So
stupid.
Does Marvin die and go to heaven? Because he's like, I see the light. Yeah, big guy. I'm almost there. And I'm like, is Marvin like a good character? He gets to go to heaven? He's turning into a zombie. Like, that's kind of not the point, I thought. I don't.
So
Either
it
way,
cuts
we get
back
to
and
see him
forth in
die.
this scene, back and forth. But I'm just gonna stick with this scene all the
Okay.
way to the climax.
Yeah,
write
let's
it
just do
out.
that,
Because
Let's
she's
write it
she's
out.
riding him, and he starts to kind of like. Then he like as she's like grinding on him, his eyes suddenly like open up, and he starts to sit
Now
forward.
he's a zombie.
He's starting to kind of come to, and she's just like, "Oh, you're starting to come get lively."
Well, kind of at this point, she's like riding him like backwards.
yeah,
like,
Yeah,
like
so she
yes,
doesn't know.
so she
Right.
doesn't see.
yeah.
But she does turn around, sees that he's up, and she's talking about.
She says, well, I guess since it is the end of the world, I could break my third date
My
rule.
third date rule.
And she goes down and start like blowing him.
She's taking off his pants to give him a blowjob.
And he goes to like grab at her, and she's like, "Calm down, big fella. First, you got to tell me your favorite thing about me." And he says, "Brains." Marvin, you're
'Cause
the
that's a lot.
sweetest.
I know.
Oh my
That's the
god.
sweetest thing you've
This
ever
bitch is
said
so
to
fucking
me.
dumb. It's not even right.
Well, when you got tits like that, it's okay.
I guess
Yeah.
so. Even if he did pay for him.
yeah,
But whatever.
hey, that's
Yeah.
okay. Again,
They're hers.
I'm
She
kind of
paid
I'm
for
kind
them.
of from Marshall's point of view. It's like they're nice boobs. I don't care if they're fake or real.
Yeah.
Nice boobs are nice boobs.
True.
But it looks like Marvin goes in for a kiss, which she's like, "Ah!" And as he goes in, he bites her face, pulls back, and it rips off her entire
Yes.
face. And I mean literally, it rips all the skin off of her entire face.
Yes.
And we have this weirdly weird effect
Yeah.
of these oversized eyes
Yeah.
and blood spurting
bugging out of her.
I
of her
did not
head.
think it was terrible though.
No, it's
It's probably one of the better
it's
things.
probably the better effect, but it was just like, holy shit.
That was the scene. That was the scene when me and Sarah first watched this movie. We were like, we gotta do this movie. We have got to do this movie. Because it was awesome.
So good. And then he like has her face in his mouth, and he kind of
Chews at it.
like, like a dog like shaking a toy. Like
Yeah.
he just, it's awesome.
Oh god.
Oh,
So we cut
God.
back to Spider and Sugar Hill again, who are like, You know,
Yeah.
let's make a run for it, baby. There's like a relate, like he's kind of has a thing for her, but
They're like
There was a bunch of in between.
there's a bunch in between.
So
yeah,
and we
Because of
find out
Spike
where
and-
we find out where Red Wing got his name, which is like in a motorcycle club. You get your nicknames by your sexual dominance or prowess,
Adventures,
Sexuous,
right?
yeah.
And he's like, and I was very, very good. He's like, most guys don't like to
pleasure a
woman during their time,
During their
monthly
they're
time.
monthly, yeah.
And Sugar's like, he's a bloodsucker.
Damn, you
Vanilla's
nasty.
like, ooh, boy, you nasty.
It took me 6 times to catch that.
Yeah.
I don't, or however many times I've watched this crazy
So
movie.
Red
but
Wings.
I was like, last night all of a sudden I was like,
It
oh
just
my
hit-
god!
Yeah.
Like,
And I looked at her
no!
all crazy. I'm like,
did you miss that?
Just got this.
Because I don't know, because there's
Yeah,
too
it's-
much talking and not enough killing.
There
And
is.
then there's a whole thing with Sugar and Spider. They're talking about like kind of getting out of there.
Yeah.
And they realize the back
The
door
back door is
still
open.
unlocked.
They're like,
Yeah.
oh my god, the doors are
So-
open.
so
Jesus
it's
Christ!
Like, yeah, right. So it's like grab the deadliest weapon that you can find.
Yeah.
Spider picks up the 8-ball from the pool table.
Yes, he reaches for one and he goes, oh, hold on,
Uh-huh.
it's got to be the 8
Yeah.
ball.
And then she grabs a bottle of booze because she's a fucking a lush.
yeah.
He's like, really, Sugar? It's 151 proof.
151 proof. That's kind of smart, though.
Right.
I mean, that's like your most flammable alcohol. I don't,
So now they're
whatever.
sneaking
Yeah,
back
so they're
to the
going
back door.
They're going back to the back door to make sure it's locked and that no one's coming in.
And at the point they have to pass the eruption room.
Yeah, they're passing the eruption room, and we have Zombie Jasmine riding Zombie Marvin,
And they're just eating
and they're
each
just like
other.
taking
Just
bites out of
riding.
each other while grinding.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's such a weird scene.
know.
Probably
It was
for the best.
kind of cool.
Yeah.
I was like, this is
Or
weird.
like big fake boobs just covered in
Yeah.
blood now.
Yeah.
They're just like swapping body parts
Dude,
back and
in the
forth.
background, you see Spider and Sugar Hill
they're,
like
like,
sneaking
sneaky,
by.
yeah.
They're like doing like fucking Scooby Doo tiptoe, like sneaking by.
Mhm.
You know, yeah, you want to hit that xylophone like as they're like tiptoeing by. They get to the back door. They're about to close it, and a zombie bursts in. And
Yes.
what kind of zombie is it? It's
Who could it
Hambo.
be? Hambo.
And you know what?
Hambo.
You guys were totally right. That before, like, that's when we do see Hambo when they're in the office that first time. You guys
So
were right.
Hambo the zombie
Sorry.
is here for some reason.
Yes.
He
We
came
somehow.
all the way to
died.
the strip club.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
so we see him die on screen, obviously,
right.
on the TV, but now
And he could be
he's
anywhere in the country.
yeah, now
Yes.
he's
But
somehow
Apparently, he's just a
there.
few blocks away.
Yeah.
Apparently. Apparently that
He-
industrial
Oh, no,
neighborhood
Yeah.
is very
Hambo.
popular for
He shows up-
shitty strip clubs and shitty TV shows.
Seriously, I call bullshit on that.
Yep. Shows up at so he's in the hallways, blocking he comes in the back door.
Mhm.
They turn around to run, and Marvin the zombie is there blocking the other way. So they're stuck in the hallway. They're trapped. They can't go one way or the other. So he has the keys to the office, and he starts to try and open up the door. And this is when Sugar Hill, like, I can't stand her.
Oh, my
yeah.
god!
Because
yes.
she starts screaming, going, open the door, open the door. But the way she screams and her voice and everything about her at that moment, I wanted to just kill her.
Yep, agreed.
Just push her into Marvin.
agreed. Just
You know?
It was
go away.
off the charts
Oh.
bad.
Mhm.
Really bad. Oh, yeah, I think he kills Marvin the 8-ball here. But there's still
Yeah,
other
Marvin
zombies.
comes
yeah.
out and he like
You're absolutely
scolds
right.
Marvin for not closing the back door, and then Marvin's like, "Bleh,"
Brains. Oh, yeah, he goes,
Whack.
brains. He's like, you don't have any of that department. And something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Hits him with
the
the 8-ball.
one-liners are like so ridiculous.
They're not even that good
No,
sometimes.
No.
they're
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
No.
But they get into the office. Hambo, they finally are able to get into the office and hunker down. So, okay, yeah, we talked about Red Wings getting his name. So when he's getting when he reveals how he got his name, yeah, not Angela. Sugar Hill's like,
sure.
ooh, you're not sure. Vanilla.
Vanilla.
Jesus Christ, here.
Vanilla.
Vanilla's like, ooh, you're nasty. If we survive this, I'm gonna fuck you every which
Yeah.
way but Sunday.
Strip you
67
down, grease you down, and fuck you 6 ways from. And
67 ways from Sunday,
Yeah,
something
and
like-
tie your boots.
At this point,
Tie
yeah,
your
and
boots.
tie your boots. And he's like, oh, what does that mean? What kind? I've never heard of tie your boots.
And she goes, no, your boots are untied. He goes, oh, okay. And
That was so.
as he ducks down to tie his boots, we see Zombie Jasmine in the
Yeah.
background,
coming like
and she comes up on
Weak.
Red Wings, and you really don't see it, but
No.
apparently she bites him. They pan to to Bambi and Vanilla screaming, and then they pan back to
like their go-to effect is like holding your
him-
neck, like
yeah.
holding your
Neck,
jugular
yeah.
and just like blood pumping
We've
out of
seen
it.
decent effects in this
Uh-huh.
movie. This
Yeah.
is like one of your main characters.
It's the same effect with the goon.
Exactly.
He's
yeah.
sitting there holding his
But
neck.
they
and, like,
even showed someone on him like biting at him. They didn't
Yeah.
even show that. They just
Right.
cut away to
Yeah.
Vanilla and Bambi, and they cut back.
like what a waste of a great character.
Yeah, like
My-
he got like a shitty death.
It was really anticlimactic.
Mm-hmm.
My guess is that they didn't want to show Jasmine's face
That's a good
anymore
point.
because
The next scene, she's standing looking at
Yes.
Vanilla from and you see her from
and
the
you
back.
see her from the back, but you
Vanilla,
never see her face again
Right.
after she gets it ripped off. So maybe they can't replicate that.
Vanilla.
Or if maybe it wasn't all that great from the jump because that was such a dark room.
Yeah.
Like, you saw the eyes real good, but it was like, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like just covered in fake blood.
So Jasmine's looking at Vanilla. Vanilla has fashioned herself
Mm-hmm.
a club / high heel.
Yeah,
So she's taped a high heel to a stick as her
That's
weapon.
Exactly what happened.
And so,
worked.
Which I thought was awesome.
It worked for her.
so she says, "I know you always wanted my Jimmy Choos. Now you can have him." And like hits her in the head with
Right.
it, killing Jasmine.
What a
Red Wings is on the ground bleeding out.
Mm-hmm.
Vanilla says, he's like, you know what you have to do. And Vanilla dispatches
Yeah.
Red Wings with her fucking shoe.
She says, "See you in Gangsta's Paradise, baby." I didn't
so
catch
dumb.
that till last night, and I was like,
So
"Oh,
dumb.
I'm writing that down." Oh,
So out goes. So
See you in Gangsta's Paradise.
he's dead now too.
Yes.
We cut back to the office where Spider and Sugar Hill are kind of becoming romantic. Like it seems like he's like, yeah, baby.
It's like they're giving in. Like they're
finally
locked
starting
in the office.
to
Yeah, they're
succumb
locked in
to
the
their
office.
feelings. They're like, we're not gonna make it. But before they could even kiss or anything happens, the door breaks down and it crushes
Yeah.
Spider. He's dead.
Yeah.
He gets crushed by the door by his
The zombie Hambo.
by Zombie Hambo, who he so admires.
Yes.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah.
And
Don't you
again,
think?
like your main character gets killed.
By a door.
Yeah. Non-ceremoniously, not even, like
Gets crushed
like
by
Hambo's just sitting there like taking
Yeah.
chunks
Yeah.
of flesh
So,
apparently
yeah.
from
It's
underneath
terrible,
the door.
Though it's hard to see it.
Spider,
it's like really
it's
dark
pretty
and-
badly done because Spider got hit by the door and apparently has been crushed. Hambo has fallen on top of the door, and
Mm-hmm.
he's reaching underneath the door, scooping out chunks of blood and
Right.
flesh and what have you. Sugar Hill's freaking
Oh,
out.
yeah, it was hard to
Hambo doesn't
focus.
care because he's just focused on
Yeah.
eating.
Right.
So while she's screaming, he's right in front of her. She grabs the 151 booze,
Yeah.
pours it all over Hambo, grabs a cigarette lighter, lights
And
it.
it was Spider's cigarette
cigarette-
lighter, and it was from the Hambo
Hambo
fan club.
Yeah,
because they make Zippos. Sure.
Apparently, a children's TV
Yeah.
show.
of course they do.
She lights him on fire and makes a run for
She
it.
says something like, "Motherfucker." It could have been like, out of all the crappy one-liners, I feel like they could have like made a really great one-liner about like bacon,
Roast
or
pig.
ham, or pig, or like something. But no, she just screams terribly and then says
Right.
something, "motherfucker," and it runs out because
So she runs out,
that's it.
and by this time, there's zombies just start coming,
There's zombies everywhere.
crashing through the doors, constantly coming in.
Because the barricade obviously
The
did not
barricades
hold.
obviously made from shit.
Right.
So we have the four people who kind of gather together. It's
Because the door opens out.
Right. That's
So
why
they just
zombies
open the
couldn't get
door
it at first,
and knock
so
it
that's
in.
why-
So with the four survivors gather up, we have Spike, Bambi, Vanilla,
Yeah.
and Sugar Hill. They all kind of band together. Zombies are everywhere. They're kind of like, oh shit, what are we gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
Spike's idea is play my single, baby. He
Play
gives
my single,
Bambi a tape and says, go play my single while I kill these motherfuckers. What? Like, that's your idea? She runs up, puts the tape in to the DJ booth. A zombie's coming up trying to get her. She hits it, turns it all the way up.
Oh, I thought it was the zombie is coming to try. It's like this creepy looking old guy.
Super old guy.
You know what I mean? Which is
I-
like your typical strip club.
I
guy.
wonder who
Yeah.
it is. I wonder if he has something like some sort of association with Full Moon.
I'm curious
Like,
about
is
that too.
Is it Charles
I think-
Band?
I think
You
about
know?
that all of these.
Right?
Yeah,
All of
because
these,
he's very. They really feature him quite a bit. Like, hey, look, it's this guy, and
Right.
who is this guy?
It looks like a Santa Claus almost.
Yeah, he's
like,
got
with the big,
long white
He doesn't
hair,
really
long
look
white
like a
beard.
zombie, though.
No, he just
He's
looks
not
like
zombified.
No.
He's just a
dude.
guy who is coming after
But he
Bambi.
does
who-
end up biting Bambi
Yeah,
right
so-
in the ass.
Right.
He. This is pretty good. So she's fighting him off. She's yelling for help. The zombie reaches up, grabs her ass, bites into it, and as she like pulls away, his dentures are pulled out, and her left on her butt.
Oh my god! I wrote down like, what is
That's
left
awesome
on
because
her
I couldn't tell
ass?
exactly what that was.
Yeah.
I thought it was like flesh hanging, but it was
It was
dentures.
his
That's
dentures.
awesome.
That's better.
It was his dentures.
Okay, then I like that a lot more.
Well, then could she technically?
Well, if it's spit and saliva and it
guess.
goes
I
into
remember
the
'cause
flesh.
Red Wing was like
fluid,
biting,
body
clawing.
fluid,
Yeah, he
scratching.
says like fluid transmission. Like that's God, I've watched this movie too many times.
So Spike runs out, saves her from the DJ booth.
Right.
The music's playing so loud, one of the zombies' head, the old man zombie's head explodes.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, is this going to start killing the zombies?
That's
Can
what
this
I
go
thought.
through
Nope.
it? That would have been awesome.
Apparently not.
No,
It's
just
just
that
one
guy.
who
Just
just,
that
I
guy.
guess, doesn't like that music, and his head explodes. So Spike then says, he's like, I'm gonna go. He basically says, I'm gonna go out in a blaze of glory. Runs in the crowd and starts killing zombies, hitting them.
Yeah.
But he's eventually overwhelmed and taken down.
And Bambi wants to run out there, and Vanilla stops her.
No.
So now we're down to Bambi, Vanilla, and Sugar Hill.
Yeah.
So Sugar Hill is taking out zombies with panties that she's holding in her
It's
hand.
like a thong.
A thong, and she's using it kind of as a crossbow, if you
Like a
will. She's
slingshot
like a
kinda thing,
slingshot.
yeah.
She's pulling it back and shooting darts.
Shooting
yeah.
darts.
Not steel tip darts, though.
She's
Plastic
really-
tip darts,
Just-
but
just-
She was
whatever.
crafty. I mean, she understood the 151.
She gets
I mean,
around.
she knows.
Yeah.
She gets around. She's always
She's
down.
always down.
So she.
Anyway.
So it looks like there's no way out. Sugar Hill decides to take one for the team.
Oh, God.
Says, "You guys go. I'll
Well,
make a break
how
for
are we
it."
gonna get out of here? She starts.
Yeah.
She throws off a couple darts and like takes out like a path of zombies so that Vanilla and Bambi can run for the door.
They make a run for the door, and while they're running for the door, Sugar Hill takes to the pole for one last ride
Right.
Oh, man.
and starts strip fighting.
Yeah.
I don't know how else to call it. She's spinning around the pole, throwing kicks.
Right.
Like
She's like on the pole, just spinning with like one leg out and just kicking zombies
and,
in the face.
And yes, and Sarah's there screaming the
Yeah.
whole time.
She-
And her scream is, it's not ear piercing, it's just
It's
annoying.
terrible. Yeah.
It's so
Terrible.
bad.
Yeah.
She also does this whole monologue before that. Like she and
Her
Vanilla
and
have
Vanilla
this
go
whole
to-
like,
Yeah.
girl,
You're the baddest
you're the
bitch."
baddest
Yeah.
bitch in this
Yeah.
joint. Like this whole thing, and then she's like, "What? My daddy always told me to be the best stripper I can be." Like just, just die. Like just.
And this is another one like, Mom always said this job would kill me.
Mom
or
always
something.
said-
Yeah. So she's fighting him off, strip fighting again.
So it's
They
Vanilla
look,
and Bambi.
they
like,
look back.
Yeah.
They see her get overwhelmed and taken down by the
Vanilla
Body
zombies.
parts are like
Yeah.
flying.
Vanilla's like, you going in the Stripper Hall of Fame, sugar.
She belongs in the stripper Hall of Fame.
They're trying to make their way out the front door. They come across Red Wing's dead body. They pull the keys off of him, make a run for the bike outside. They don't know which one, but they just, I guess, chose the right one.
Yeah,
Vanilla said she had a feeling, so
She
I
had,
trust
she had a
Vanilla.
feeling, yes.
I trust
I got
Vanilla.
a feeling.
So they hop on the bike, they start it up, take off, and as they're leaving, we see Bambi's ass
With the bite
with a
mark,
big
yeah.
bite
Bite
mark,
mark.
and they roll out, they escape the strip club, fade to black, roll credits. That's Zombie Decadence.
And it's the same shitty rockabilly song during the fucking credits.
It's got to been played like 12
I
times.
feel
Absolutely.
like they only had the
Like
rights
2 or 3
to like 2 or
songs.
3 songs, and so
Played 'em
that's
I
what
don't
they
even
did.
know that, man.
And
I think
over.
they made that shit themselves. Like
And-
they just copied off of Wipeout. And just like, I don't know.
So there it
Can't even
is.
do it.
That was Zombie
That
Decadence.
was it.
So let's go ahead and move on into favorite kills.
Oh God.
Don't act like you didn't love it. Favorite kill.
All right. There's a lot of kills, zombie deaths and patron deaths, of course.
Can I
So-
ask a question before we do this? What constitutes as a kill? So, like, for instance, when DJ Burnt gets bitten by the zombie on his doobie hand, is that considered a kill?
I would
'cause
guess so
becomes a
because
zombie?
he died from the bite. Yeah.
Or is
Same
it
with Marv.
Like when
But
when he
which was
dies
better?
as a zombie? Yeah, because how does he die again?
It's
Let's
okay.
see.
Whatever.
Doesn't
It's
matter.
all
Gloves
on
are
the
off.
table.
Doesn't matter.
Gloves are off, guys.
Oh, jeez, I don't even know. Okay, you go first.
You go first.
No, oh damn, I don't know.
Ladies
I'll go first.
You
Jeez.
go first. Sorry, we're married.
So I guess
we always do ladies first. So what are you even like passing it off for? Sorry, go ahead.
So I think I'm not going to be the only one in this, but I think my favorite kill was Marvin biting the face off of
Yeah.
Jasmine the stripper. That was probably the best effect. It was
Yeah.
funny. It was weird. Totally unexpected. Not possible, but still enjoyable.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Some notable ones I liked also was the pool cue through the head. I like that one a lot. That was a good one. That's a close second because it was done well. Yeah, and then there's some decent kills here and there, but the bite face was the best.
Right.
Okay. I have to agree with that. I think my problem is that I wanted to choose something else because, like you said, there was so much other death,
Yeah.
which was great. But that's probably the best because that's what inspired me to
Right.
do this movie. Other honorable mentions, I guess, would be like when the douchebag says the line about "have a heart" and then they
Yeah,
grab
then
his
tear his heart out.
It's terrible, but it's cliche and cheesy, and I am prone
Yeah,
to
that's
that.
what we like.
I know we like that stuff. And also, oh yeah, there were a bunch of ones. Oh, when Goon, not like when he dies, but like when he is like so enamored,
Distracted
by
by the
Bambi's
tits.
that he like dies, like he just gets bitten. Like it's not a true death, but I liked it. So
Well, I mean, truly the best one was Jasmine, but
put all their
I would
chips
say my runner-up would be Sugar Hill, man.
No, going out
Going
on the,
down in a blaze of glory,
going out on the pole.
spinning down the pole,
was.
kicking zombies in the face. She's like, "I'm taking a stand,
Yeah.
I'm saving my friends." So that would be my.
She's a true martyr.
Yeah.
I thought so too.
It's pretty good. All right, so clean sweep though. Jasmine face bite.
Jasmine
Yeah.
face
Yeah,
bite.
that was the best one. All right, so I guess we're gonna move on to the odds and the ends.
Not only did they watch these films, they researched them too. Ugh, what is wrong with these guys?
All right, so what we got? I mean, I think we already kind of covered them in the very
Pretty
beginning.
much,
Yeah.
We talked about it was Alan so-and-so's first directorial
Yes.
debut.
The guy
Yeah.
in my thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
The guy
Alan,
in my thing.
Alan
Stalling for
Nicolaus.
time.
It was his directorial debut, but he was like an editor, like I said, on all these other movies
Yeah.
that we know and love so much
Yeah.
from Full Moon. That kind of
I did find out that Red Wings has been in a lot of movies. He's been in a lot of these cheesy-ass movies, but he was also in Water for Elephants, which was like a critically acclaimed movie. Yeah, so I don't know what he was doing there.
The guy that played Bobby is like was like had a long time role on Days of Our Lives
Oh
or
wow.
General Hospital.
Weird.
The guy that played Spider also had. Well, I guess it was mostly, but he was the guy that played Scrotum in Throb It, so that's pretty much his Emmy-winning performance.
So, yeah, not a lot of odds and ends. And like we said, we kind of covered it at the beginning.
Right.
So we can do the budget game.
Oh.
They spent how much? The budget game.
All
I
right,
didn't
guys.
see it either.
You didn't?
No, I
Good.
didn't.
You
I
guys
don't
do
know.
a lot of research
This
on
is
this.
for real. I really try not to do that. Like, see it.
All right, so what do we got for the budget game? What are you guys thinking?
All right, so there was some effects, and they weren't bad. There were some that could be better. I mean, that's how it always is. I mean, for a lot of movies that we watch. So, I don't know. When does anybody know when this movie was released?
2012.
12,
Okay.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't like a ton of CGI or anything. We did have boobs.
A lot of boobies.
Yeah, there were some good boobs. You guys don't have a lot to say.
There was
to
two
this.
sets of good boobs.
I'm gonna
but,
say I'm gonna say $600,000. I don't
right.
want to go too high because Full Moon I feel like does it in a good budget,
$600,000 for Sarah. Chris.
or maybe less. I don't know.
Oh damn, you had. I feel like this movie could have been shot in one night.
Well, there wasn't a lot of set.
No, there was no set.
One
There was
building.
no real, and Full Moon tends to be pretty cheap. I'm gonna say 300,000.
300,000 from Chris.
Whoa. Now I wish I would have gone lower.
The budget for Zombie Decadence. Sarah gets the win. It was $500,000.
Wow.
You're $100,000 closer than
Thank
Chris. You're
you.
200,000 off, Chris. But
Yeah.
hey, still good guesses both.
Right.
You know, honestly.
That's what I was gonna guess, but I was like, maybe it should be closer to $1 million. I don't know.
But Sarah wins.
Yay!
All right.
Focus on the good stuff.
Okay, so now we're going on to 5-star reviews.
Is this your guilty pleasure? 5-star reviews.
All right, 5-star reviews. I suck. I did not write any down. But, you know, it's nice. There's this little
That's
thing called
why-
technology.
Yeah, that's why we have phones.
Yeah, you can just pull them right on up, which is pretty cool. So,
Although
here we
didn't
go.
see many.
I'm going to go ahead and read this 5-star review from Patrick L. James, titled "Full Moon Likes to Rip Off Their Fans. This is Zombies vs. Strippers." So that's the title of it. All right. Really annoyed. Really annoyed. Hello, Charles Band. Keeps selling the same movies twice on Amazon and also Full Moon Channel under different names. There is no movie called Zombie Decadence. This movie was called Zombies vs. Strippers. But when I realized that one is $20 for the HP and $15 for the standard, I never bought it and then realized the director had directed another movie about zombies. I clicked on it, saw the exact same cast, and it started. And it was the same movie, different title for the third of the price. Which I bought it because I like this movie. It's got that grindhouse cheesy comedy full moon thing that I like. But this happened to me at least 3 times with this company. It's a joke. I would give the movie a lower rating just for the fact that these guys in this company do this all the time. But I actually really like this movie, and I think it deserves the rating I gave. This goes on for a lot more.
Wow.
More examples of movies that are the exact same thing in 2 different titles so they can trick you into buying them twice. Full Moon does this all the time, and the first few ones that I bought. Ginger Dead Man 2, Passion of the Crust. They're a way of tricking you to think there's more Ginger Dead Man movies. The alternate one is called Ginger Dead Man, Bakery of Blood. Ginger Dead Man 3 is Saturday Night Cleaver, a.k.a. Ginger Dead Man, Roller Boogie Man. Skullheads, a.k.a. Devious, Parasite Dolls, a.k.a. Dangerous Worry Dolls, Bong 2, Evil Bong 2, King Bong, a.k.a. Evil Bong to Devil's Harvest, Evil Bong 3, The Wrath of Evil Bong, a.k.a. Evil Bong Reefer Madness. Those are the ones that I know of off the top of my head, and the ones that I've purchased, and the ones that I have purchased thinking they are great. There's more movies than Evil Bong, Ginger Man, etc. So, holy shit. Maybe we just answered our own question here. They're trying to honey dick you into buying more
That's what
movies.
I was gonna say. It sounds like they're being
actually,
dipping their hands in the pot twice.
One of our favorite Halloween movies of all time is
Oh, Killer Eye.
Halloween Haunt. right?
Halloween Haunt, yeah.
They renamed that one too. I
Yeah.
noticed last night. It's now Halloween Haunt House or something like that.
But Disembodied. They also had
No.
it also was called Disembodied.
But no,
What?
that's not the title. I
So
saw
this is like a
last night.
third change
Yes.
then.
Oh,
Because I was like, I thought I thought the same thing this guy did. I was like,
Mhm.
well, this sounds right, but maybe it was like
So you buy
another
it
one.
or you rent
I
it.
didn't rent it because I
Yeah.
already subscribed to the Full Moon on Amazon, so I don't have to. You know, I pretty much get all that shit for free anyway. But yeah, it was the
Full
exact
Moon.
same movie.
Yeah.
And hey, man, you know what? Charles Band, good on you, dude.
Yeah. Hey,
I
mean,
don't,
it's
I don't
business.
fault you for that.
do
one
a little
bit, dude.
research, guys.
Yeah.
Because guess what? We got another review. Same exact complaint.
Wow.
5 stars. It says,
Hey.
other than that, it's a good movie. Now I have 2 copies of it. If you've already have the movie called Strippers vs. Zombies, do not buy this exact same movie. They
Why
just
are you
changed the
buying
name.
it?
Other than it's a good movie, but now I have 2 copies of it.
Who is buying this shit?
Well, that's what they're counting on, though, because most people don't buy movies
Oh, there's
anymore.
people are collectors, man.
Yeah,
There's
No,
Yeah.
I get it,
Yeah.
but I mean, rent the motherfucker.
And the other 5-1 from Kenny Maddox just says it's a funny movie.
Uh,
So those are our 5-star
Yeah.
reviews. Not a ton of
man,
them.
I ain't good on Charles Band,
Yeah.
man. Make as much money as you can. You
I'm
know,
pretty
he
impressed.
obviously he ain't making like blockbuster fucking films. He's trying to like make a
We're
couple
watching
bucks.
Zombie Decadence.
Absolutely.
And movies called
Ginger Dead Man.
Evil Bong.
Evil Bong.
You know,
More puppets than death.
I like it. I like
it a lot.
I'm all for it.
Yeah. Me
Absolutely. So, hey, guys, that's tough.
These are the same people that gave us Thanksgiving, right?
No.
No.
Thanksgiving was its own thing.
Oh,
The
yeah.
guy,
That was its own
Yeah.
thing.
I miss fucking turkey.
Well, guys,
Thanksgiving
it's
is coming up. I'm
November.
sorry.
Yeah, I know, but we
Yeah.
can't. I
next
can't go back
week.
to that well.
No, we can't.
We've
we
already
can't.
been there.
Yeah. So there's no plot keywords on here. Marshall kind of gave me a hard time because apparently I didn't read plot keywords from the hide and go shriek. He's like, you forgot to plot keywords. You did good, but you forgot that. Well, I didn't see any on this one anyway.
Right.
So
I'm glad he listens.
yeah. at least he listens
He's
to
listening. Hi,
ours.
Marshall.
Of course he does, so he can critique you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh.
So
Love you, Marshall.
that's
I love
okay.
you.
Hey, I take constructive criticism. I'll take it. But there were no plot keywords.
No.
There were no cop now.
I
None.
don't even know how to find the plot.
They're on IMDb somewhere, but whatever.
somewhere.
There's somewhere in there.
But we
Yeah.
got the movie. We're done. We made it through.
Thank goodness.
So
We're still alive.
we're gonna come down to it. Sarah, Chris, myself. What do we think? Sarah, so bad it's good. So bad it's scary.
Okay, so I'm gonna say overall it's so bad it's good, because I helped recommend this movie, so I kind of have to say it's so bad
It's got a
good.
special place in your
It does
heart.
have a special place in my heart. However, after watching it more than 2 or 3 times, it kind of got a little bit of an annoyance.
You're just kind of
you
done
know?
with it.
Well, there's a lot of back and forth, blah blah. I wish there was a little bit more killing. But overall, it is pretty funny and it's pretty cheesy, and I love funny, cheesy horror crap, so it's kind of right up my alley. I will say, too, again, I mentioned I'm really afraid of zombies. This did not scare me at all. There was no residual nightmares.
Yeah.
And again, I've watched it so many times. So either I'm becoming desensitized to all things gory and nasty, or
it's real weak sauce.
it was kind of weak sauce. But I'm still going to say so bad it's good, because I do love the full moon, and
All right.
it falls right
so
into
bad it's
that.
good. Chris.
Yeah, this falls right under the category of horrible horror, which is what we do.
Yeah.
And I say so bad it's good too. Like my wife so beautifully stated that, after the third time it's way diluted and it's fucking annoying. Like I couldn't even finish notes. I watched it so many times that I can't even. I'm like, all right, I get it. I know what happened. But yeah, I recommend it definitely. It's a good watch. It's a lot of fun. It's cheesy and a very full moon, which I have no problem saying that I love. And
Yeah.
go Charles Band for making your money. So
All
yeah,
right.
so bad it's good.
So bad it's good. I'm going to break from the pack.
Oh wow.
I'm going so bad it's scary. And
Fair.
it's not easy. This is not easy because there is the fun stuff, the stuff we did talk about. The gore, the gore is fun. It's not bad gore. We got boobs, we got strippers, zombies for strippers. I mean, that's the name of the movie, really. Yes, it's Zombie Decadence, but it's zombies for strippers. It's corny. You got DJ Burnt smoking blunts. I mean, it's all the shtick that we love.
Right.
But I just feel that we know exactly what this movie is going to be.
Yeah.
And I think what bogged me down a little bit was just all the talk and the dialogue. It's the small fixes that just could have made it a little bit better for me. The music constantly being played over and over and over and over and over again. The dialogue that didn't need to be there. I mean, they had some good zingers here and there, but man, they focus on the character. That they try to do character development for this fucking movie,
Yeah.
which is really dumb.
That was a
Give
huge
us
mistake.
one-dimensional weirdos.
Yeah.
Right.
And they did
die
that.
off.
They
Yeah.
did give us a few one-dimensional weirdos, but at the same time, it's like, quit trying to develop. Quit wasting your time developing, and focus more on the weirdo.
Why are you working out like Spider and his inner thoughts and all this shit if you're just gonna kill him by smashing him with a
door,
fucking door?
exactly,
you didn't even give him
exactly.
a good send off.
I still enjoyed this movie. I
Yeah.
would probably recommend people this. Come on, you know what you're getting.
Right.
Drink some beers and smoke a doobie and watch it once.
Yeah.
And laugh when the craziness happens.
But since we know it, we love it, we know this kind of stuff so much, I'm just gonna have to say so bad it's scary. Yeah, just because I think it could have been done a little bit better. But I still enjoyed it overall. Yeah. But if I'm going to say check out a full moon flick, this isn't going to be one I recommend. This isn't going to be the first one.
So Ginger Dead Man.
I'd
No.
recommend Ginger Dead Man. It was awful, but I'd still recommend it.
Gary
but
Busey.
of course, Killer Eye, Halloween
Oh, yeah.
Haunt. Those are going to be my number one go-tos.
Of course.
You know, Evil Bong. I'd recommend that. Yeah. Yeah.
Those are funny. Yeah.
I liked Evil Bong. I don't know.
I liked it, but it wasn't a horror movie. Nobody died in that movie.
Not really. No. I still enjoyed it though.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because I was really high when I watched it.
Yeah.
So that's it. We got it wrapped up. So just a little housekeeping, I guess. Here again, we're gonna be at Contamination, November 4th and 5th. I'll be there. Marshall will be there. Chris will be there on Sunday. So yeah, it should be really cool. It should be a lot of fun. Check it out. It's at the Crown Plaza
hopefully
Hotel.
Coffee Doug Jones can make it on
yeah.
Saturday.
Make
a
It'd be
little
good.
appearance.
Yeah, I think that'd
Come
be
down
cool.
and see everybody this
Yeah.
weekend.
So we'll be there at the Crown Plaza Hotel near the airport November 4th and 5th, Saturday and Sunday. Should be a good time. A lot of cool celebrities. If you want some more information on that, listen to our interview. Check out the website. Speaking of websites, you can always listen to us at horriblehorrorpodcast.com. That is horriblehorrorpodcast.com. You can check us out there. You can read all the news. You can get some information. Check us out. All of our archived podcasts are there. You can also listen to us on iTunes, listen to us on Podbean, listen to us on Google Play. And if you want to get a hold of us, again, check out our website, horriblehorrorpodcast.com. How many times have I said that? Like 3
A
times?
lot.
I know.
Keep plugging it, baby.
Yeah.
Keep plugging it.
We're also on Facebook. We're also on Instagram. We're also on Twitter. Our Twitter handle is @SoBadIt'sScary. So, guys, that's it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you
Absolutely.
very much.
Awesome. It's a Halloween episode.
It
This
is. It is. You know what's funny? We didn't even really mention that.
No.
I'm so jaded, I guess. I'm just like,
Well, Aaron's like not used to being in the driver's seat.
I'm not.
He comes in like way like focused, ready to go. It's not nearly as loose as he should be.
I like doing color.
Yes, I understand.
It's all right.
Marshall, get your ass back in here.
I know, right? We miss you, Marshall.
I do miss Marsha. I do miss the kind of the dad.
Yeah.
'Cause right now
Yeah,
I really feel like Dad's out of town and we're just like hijacking his.
Party!
Yeah, I know. And you're putting me in responsible position?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Better you than me, pal.
Oh, shit. All right, so we're Horrible Horror. Thank you so much for listening. Watch more horror movies, and hugs and kisses, everyone.
Aw.
Keep it tight.
Mwah.